Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and this is your Love and Finance Tarot Guidance for the month of April 2016. Now, last month when we did this, we talked about how there was just so much going on. It didn't seem like there was time for love or finance. It was just all about keeping up with the changes because of eclipse season. Now, this month, there will be quite a few retrogrades to be dealing with, okay? Saturn has already gone retrograde, and you'll find that mid-month also Mars and Pluto will be, and there are more coming. So obviously all of this type of motion is going to, create things where you need to go back and get things right, I think once and for all. But let's talk about this month, all right? The love is here, the finance is here, and there are victories associated with both. It's absolutely amazing. You see that you got through the month of March, didn't you? It wasn't easy, but you did it. It had its ups and downs for sure. Now, for many of you, love has been like a battlefield. You've loved and you've lost and you've loved again and you've lost again. And you really just want that someone special to hold on to. You know, they're coming. Keep that in mind. They are coming. You know, the approach is getting closer every day. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You really just need to stand your ground at this point. Okay, you've been working on so many things, and there's a lot of information that's coming your way. You've been, I want to say, because of everything that's going on, perhaps spreading yourself a little too thin, and that may not even leave room for love. Okay, so when you get out of that phase, I think you're going to fare better in that department. Keep that in mind. But you will find, with regard to finances, you really need to hold on to some for yourself. You know, don't be giving it all away. And that's hard because a lot of you are involved in some, financial issues where you're trying to straighten out things from the past and you really have no choice. So it is what it is, and you will do what you need to do. But you're going to find that not only the finances, but maybe the job that you've been waiting for, things are coming your way, like finally coming your way, okay? And it's funny because you want so much to just be really cool about it, but in all honesty, you're excited. So dance around, jump around, sing, scream, hoot and holler, whatever it is you need to do, because you're going to be so proud of yourself. You know, I have to tell you, a lot of times, when you have a dream, quite often, even to your own self, even if you dream of it often, it seems impossible for it to happen. And I'm not saying that your wishes and your dreams are coming true this month, but what I am saying is that you're seeing that it is possible to dare to dream. One of the things that I've noticed in recent readings, and we hit this around the middle of March, is that so many of you have finally, really shifted your attitude, okay? I kind of like to call it a oneness with the universe. Before you felt like you were at odds with the universe. Now you feel like you've kind of made a deal. And the two of you are working together. So this is where all the excitement is coming from. Because you're not feeling so trapped anymore or powerless to do anything. There are things that you still haven't accomplished. But that's okay. Because you're going to do them and you're going to get them done. But your perception of things is what really seems to be at the heart of the matter. It's how you are viewing life now. Because, it doesn't seem to matter your age, all right? And everyone out there varies in age. But the thing of it is that for many years, most of you were doing the same thing day in and day out for a very long time. Same relationship, same job, same this, same that, same business, whatever it was. And even when it all went south on you, you kept on doing it, all right? And why was that? You probably thought, well, gee, I would love to get out of this mess, but I don't know what to do. So in lieu of getting out of it, you just kept on doing it until everything imploded. You know, perhaps the marriage wasn't satisfying, whatever was going on. The job just didn't, make you feel good about your work, whatever it was. But now, what is happening now is how you feel about what you are doing. And you know that it's never too late. It's never too late to get that new job. It's never too late to end that dull, boring marriage. It's never too late to move on and go out and claim the life that you really want. So, this is, amazing to me, okay? Because it's all about you internally, your shift in perception. And don't get me wrong, because there's a lot of positive things happening around you, and the changes that have occurred in March. Things are coming your way quickly. All right, you're really going to see them starting to play out. Now, routines. Routines are very important. However, they often need to incorporate change, and you kind of need to take a long-term view. All right, that means you can't always let the routine stay the way it is. And I think this is good, because the changes that are coming to your routine are also going to bring to you what you are wishing for. Oh yes, oh yes. And the clarity to have with it. Oh my goodness, when I laid these down, this is what the whole reading is about right here, is that thing, that cutting out that thing, that whatever has caused you that heartache. It's like you're finally able to take the proper steps this month to do it. So maybe you're finally signing those proper divorce papers, or working on that bankruptcy, or moving on to a new job. Now, one of the things I want to mention, and I don't think I said it when I started, was that Mercury will be going retrograde this month. Okay? Yeah, I know. Ooh, that's the one that it's more common that everybody hears about it and understands it. I think most people think it's the only planet that goes retrograde, and they try to attribute everything funky in the world to Mercury. And sometimes that's the case. But, that rule of thumb. All right, don't start anything new. All right, so Mercury will be entering shadow on the 14th of April. Keep that in mind. All right, so get the important things out of the way, the projects that need to be started and things taken care of, because Mercury is going to come along and give you plenty to do. And you're going to go, ooh, because when it retrogrades, it'll be in the sign of Taurus. So there's going to be a lot to deal with there. As a matter of fact, all of the Mercury retrogrades this year will be in earth signs. Keep that in mind. So a lot of the themes will seem eerily similar every time one comes around. And there are 4 this year instead of 3. Now, back to the cards here. Yeah, so you're doing it. You're signing that piece of paper this month. Finally, it's here. You're going to do something. It's eliminating it, kind of like saying, bye-bye. You've caused me too much pain. I'm done with you. And it doesn't matter if the relationship was with an item, a physical person, an entity, whatever it was, you're done. You're like, I release you. Goodbye. Good riddance. It's okay. You no longer serve a purpose in my life. Oh my goodness. This is it. I'm telling you, your perception is what amazes me the most. And I hear so many stories. So I have to say, I'm so proud of so many of you that you've come this far. Because right now, April this year compared to April last year was a doozy. Most of you were like, oh my God, that's it. I can't do it anymore. It was a total mess. So now, happiness. And what will make you happy? Okay? Certainly not all of the sacrificing from the past. That's for sure. So what are you going to do? You're going to go on an adventure. Okay? It is time for some adventure. I always say, when it comes to things that you don't know what to do about them, all right? What is that saying? We're really not to do anything. When in doubt, do nothing. Okay, keep that in mind. So if there's something that, just isn't like, you're just not quite sure, just figure to yourself that it's not quite time. Everything's going to come in due time. But you have some big relief this month in the love, in the financial sectors, and it's going to be a really awesome month for you. Really awesome month. You're going to feel like you can begin to recover. And see, this is a different part. This is like your transition, okay? Your transition into better times. What happened was unfortunately necessary, and there's nothing that you can do about it, but that's just it. You've really handled this. And I know at one time, even like a year ago today, you didn't think you could. So you see, finally what's happening here is you're looking out toward the future, all right? Those burdens don't seem quite so heavy anymore, and you don't feel so attached to the situation. You're able to turn your back on it. This is the part that I really, really like, because this is like being reborn, just totally, totally reborn, and saying to yourself, there were some good moments back then, but I don't ever want to lead my life that way again. So you're moving on. You are moving on. And, it's interesting because most people would look at what's here and they'd say, oh my God, Cecilia, that's a terrible way to end this reading. But it's not. Because what you're doing, what comes next, when you finish up with all these details that you have going on, what comes next is that thing that has been lacking. All right? And what is it? I feel for many of you it is love. I'm going to pull some more cards here because we always do that. and oh my God, yes. I mean, like, speak of, it's amazing to me, all right? It's not, I don't think it becomes love from the first moment. But if you meet someone this month, don't discount it, because it's one of those things that's written in the stars. Oh my God. It's, we're talking about beautiful new beginnings here, people. I'm getting the chills. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Everybody's been waiting forever. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. All right. You had too many days when you were feeling down and out and stabbed in the back by the universe, and you're like, no, I just have to keep on going. And most of you, really, your beliefs got you through this, okay? Your beliefs, a lot of talking to a lot of people, and just trying to oh boy, that's the thing. Some days it's been so hard to see, all right? I mean, I see all the messages, and I read all the posts, and everybody's like, what comes next? What comes next? That's the thing. Wow. You have a really, truly new part of your new beginning coming this month, all right? Just remember, you're still in transition. Your financial situation is going to change. Your romantic situation is going to change, and that is not to say that you're going to be in a relationship. But before the month is over, you may very well meet or hear from someone. It can even be someone from your past. But keep in mind, and I don't want everybody dwelling on the past because I said that. Remember that, okay? If it didn't work before, it isn't going to work now. What I'm saying is different, all right? I'm going to pull one more because I'm really curious here. See, you have to just not let your worries get the better of you and think that, yeah, I'm telling you, by the time the solstice comes, all right, which is what, June the 20th? Somewhere in there, the very tail end of June, you're suddenly going, yes, I'm ready. Because I'm telling you, it's all about April, May, June. What are you doing? Now, all the changes that came into your life in March, what are you doing with them this month? All right? Because that's what's going to take you forward. And then when you get to the next set of eclipses and the equinox in September, I'm telling you, it's going in cycles, and you're going to see it. Start paying attention. I don't care if you have to start writing it on a calendar and a little book, whatever's going on in your life. Even write down what happens with your friends, all right? And you put it in that little block for that day, and see what days you hear certain types of news from people. Because I guarantee you, You're going to see people's lives shifting all at the same time. All right. So there was a really big shift at the middle of March. And this month you're starting to see, all right, I think and see clearly that it is possible that a new beginning really can happen, really will happen. Your responsibilities have changed. Some of them you're going to be chained to. All right, keep that in mind. I think it's kind of like being stuck with something for the next 3 months until you figure the whole thing out, that type of thing. Whatever it is that means for you. So, very positive month here indeed. And I look forward to hearing all of your stories. I want to thank you all for listening, and I'll see you here again next month. Take care.